Hey friends, how are you? It's been a while since I've done a live stream. I've been doing a lot of focused efforts on the Women Developing Brilliance podcast. In fact, this week I recorded my 107th episode. So if you haven't tuned in, have a listen. It's on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iTunes, I should say, and Spotify, Stitcher, all the good channels. So this week, I have two for you to enjoy. The first one, which is live now, is how to tune into your gut instinct to make awesome decisions. So I think that that's a very relevant topic. That's about a half an hour. So if you want to carve out some space or put it on your player when you're making dinner tonight, I think you're going to get a lot of useful nuggets out of that. And then tomorrow I interviewed Pregito Dove, and she talks all about expressive meditation techniques. And we really go into some big and beautiful spiritual topics that I know you're going to walk away with some juicy nuggets on how to amplify joy and lean into a few inward practices that is really going to allow you to feel grounded and connected. I've been thinking a lot about flow and terms like flow and flourish and things like that and what that means. In fact, I have a little post-it note on my desktop here as just a gentle reminder for myself to let things be easy and just tune in and allow and tap in and really kind of get into that feeling state, because this year has tested our resilience more than any other year. And I think that for many of us, we've been in survival mode and staying in our heads a lot, whether it was with the global pandemic or the election and everything else in between. So there's been a lot of mental going on, and we are really staying a lot in our heads, which can make us feel very overwhelmed and bogged down. It can bring up really uncomfortable emotions like fear, anxiety, and even some depression. So I think it's so important as we are looking at the rest of 2020 to really focus on some contemplative practices and what's going to make us feel better. How are we going to be able to amplify our joy? And even when sometimes when you hear those two words like amplify joy, it's like, okay, the heck with amplifying joy. Like, I just want to feel good. I want to jump out of bed with energy. I just want to feel better than the state that I've been in. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about that and give you two journal prompts that you can just marinate on and even start kind of breaking through whatever's holding you back. And the very first journal prompt is, what do you need to let go of? And that could be a thought, it could be a fear, it could be an activity, maybe something that isn't really lighting you up or just hasn't felt like it's in alignment with you, but you've just kept doing it because it's what you've always done. So that's a really great question to tap into, is what do you need to let go of to be that next level you right now? And the second question is, what do you need to amplify joy to fulfill your desires? So I'm always somebody that likes to clear out the old first and make space and pave the way for new and fresh ideas, creative thought, heart forward activity and action. So just really doing a little mental audit first on what you need to let go of. And then the second question, what are we going to then put in its place and amplify joy in our life? To me, it starts with mindset first. It starts with, our thought process, because we are really spinning our own reality on a day-to-day basis, and it starts with the feeling state. So mindset is kind of a catch-all term, and there's so many varying layers, which I've learned over this past year. As many of you know, I dug into a 9-month mindset certification program and just learned beautiful NLP techniques and emotional freedom techniques for tapping. And there's just so many layers, and it's so far beyond just journaling and visualization, although those are very powerful techniques as well. There's so many other layers. So first, it's really that feeling state, tapping into our heart, leaning into our core values, even defining what our core values are. taking a look at some of our day-to-day habits to see how we are shaping our reality, because what we repeatedly do is actually crafting who we are. Now, the beauty is feelings are free and our habits are in our control. And I'm not talking about burning the house down and starting over, because that's way too dramatic and we don't have to go there. Many times, with just, like I always say, little by little, day by day, we can make these micro shifts and these very small pivots that over time are very powerful. So that's really what I want to be talking about, and supporting you and jumping on and doing some more lives with some bite-sized actionable tips. I have a new 3-month coaching program called Flow and Flourish, because that's what's been on the top of my mind. And we're going to go through together things like your personal manifesto, your core values, how they contribute to your decision-making process, right? How to set goals, how to create micro habits so they're actually going to stick. So it's not something where we wait until January to make our New Year's resolutions that really in 3 to 4 weeks peters out. What are the NLP strategies that we can go under the hood and actually see how do we make these habits have longevity and actually have them be fun? So it's about activating your personal power and letting go of anything that's a force that feels that we're contracted or that we're hanging on or that we're like maybe stepping into like control freak mode. And believe me, I have a lot of experience with that. And it's something that you can loosen your grip and you can get more into flow and ease. So DM me if you want to learn more about the program. And it's very personal. It's a one-on-one experience for 3 months. And the interesting thing is, I want you to feel like that asking for support, it doesn't mean you're weak. I actually feel it is a sign of strength. And it's a sign that you know that with accountability and guidance that you can reach your next level goals and you can feel better. In fact, I just hired a new coach myself, and it's really about like, it's not about more knowledge. It's really about staying in that high vibration so you can continue to up level and optimize. So you can have somebody that holds that sacred space for you as you continue on your path and your journey. And I'm not somebody that wants to stay in the status quo, right? Like just surviving is not good enough for me. And I know when I need that extra support and guidance so I can be in that thriving channel and do the things that are going to help me and support me along my way. And that's what I'm offering you as well. So something to consider. Like I said, I'm going to be jumping on and doing some more lives and sharing with you some of these tips and techniques so you can put them in your life now. It doesn't have to be hard. It can actually be fun. The cool part is staying connected with people that fill you up is so huge. And my spiritual teacher used to say that enthusiasm, it cannot be taught. It's actually caught. So I'm all about spreading good vibes and staying connected and really like just talking about and amplifying that you have everything inside you that you need to get to your next level right now. It's already inside you. It may just need a few layers peeled back, but you have everything that you need to achieve your goals and to feel better and to be in flow so you can flourish. So my friends, we only have 7 more weeks of 2020, which actually in some ways it's like this year flew by. And in other ways, it feels like this last stretch of weeks, we've lived lifetimes within the week. So give me a thumbs up if you can relate to that. It's been a very interesting year to say the least, but we have 7 weeks left. I don't know about you, but I'm committed to playing full out and finishing 2020 strong. I'm also committed to having this focused intention where we're not going to wait until January to press the reset button, right? Why wait? We still have a lot of time now to get ahead of what everyone else thinks there's going to be some magic button when the new year comes in. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Like I said, DM me if you want more information about my new 3-month Flow and Flourish personal coaching. experience. And it's really, I know for those of you that know me and have followed me, I'm like all about the entrepreneurs, but this is actually something that everyone can benefit from. It's really about personal growth and personal development. So it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to share with you. All right, my friends, until next time, breathe joy.